Good evening, everybody. I am the Cynic. I'm sure many of you have already seen this little gem roaming around Facebook lately, but for those of you who haven't, it appears a young woman by the name of Nicole, her last name redacted for obvious reasons, adheres to the ever-popular feminist trope of listen and believe. The debate of rape claims against people, mostly men, isn't anything new, with the hashtag listen and believe, as well as our dear friend Congressman Jared Polis, who believes that the very accusation of rape should render a student eligible for expulsion, the guilt or innocence of said student be damned, when, in a Q&A with campus rape experts, he is quoted as saying, quote, "It certainly seems reasonable that a school, for its own purposes, might want to use a preponderance of evidence standard, or even a lower standard, perhaps a likelihood standard. If I was running a private college, I would say, well, even if it was only a 20 or 30% chance that it happened, I would want to remove this individual." As is no surprise to anyone with any respect for the idea of innocent until proven guilty, the consequences of a rape accusation against men is staggering, often leading to ruined lives, social reclusion, and sometimes prison sentences. The internet, it seems, has finally taken a stand against rape accusations with the Nicole Raped Me hashtag, spurred by a Facebook post that she made, which read, "You shouldn't, quote, you shouldn't ever need proof to believe a rape victim, no matter the circumstances," unquote. The hashtag is obviously exposing how absurd her statement is by using her own logic against her. After all, if the circumstances don't matter, then this woman should be arrested right now, because there are multiple claims of her committing the act of rape as a trending topic. Of course, all the accusations are satirical and nobody means them. But what if somebody did? What if somebody did call the cops and say that this woman, Nicole, did in fact commit rape? Maybe not to them, but maybe to their children. Would those whom adhere to the listen and believe philosophy condemn her, hunt her down in a frenzied lynch mob, and serve the justice that they believe she is owed? If they really follow the listen and believe thing, then yes they would. After all, the circumstances don't matter, right? Listen and believe, right? Well, fortunately for the sane people of the world, circumstances and evidence do matter when it comes to accusations, and people are taking a small stand of action against it through making a point. Many will claim that the hashtag will trivialize rape accusations and make it more difficult for real victims of rape to get justice. To this, I reply that the innocence of men falsely accused and shamed is becoming a priority. We are seeing how dangerous these accusations can be and are taking measures to serve our own better interests, mainly the ones that keep our lives intact. Rape is a terrible thing. Not the drunken sex, waking up, regretting it in the morning encounters that feminists and their ilk like to call rape, to trivialize the matter, but real rape, where a person is forced into sex against their will, where the signs of protest are more than visible and said person will live with the scars of having their body taken as they helplessly live through it. It's a terrible thing, and I offer my sincere sympathy for it, whatever that's worth. However, when it comes to men, the ones who could suffer a false accusation, the ones who could have their lives ruined and face possible prison time, the ones who could lose their jobs, the ones who could lose their livelihoods, we're starting to choose ourselves and our own interests in self-preservation over a raped person's justice. It sucks that your accusations and experiences will be held to skepticism and scrutiny, but as harsh as it is, that's the reality of the matter. If you were raped, it's on you to prove, especially since rape has been trivialized and broadened enough to include drunken sexual encounters that treat women as incapable children after a couple of shots of brandy. It sucks. It really does. But due process and maintaining the idea of innocent until proven guilty will always be something I advocate for. You're being a victim of rape holding no sway on that opinion. Sorry. But to people who are capable of rational thought, accusations do not equal evidence. And if I'm to be condemned a monster or a rape apologist for believing that, then so be it. I have no problem with that. I am the Cynic, everybody. Have a nice day.